Welcome back, my amazing viewers. So, in our last video, we continued working on this our receipt program, and we delve into some of the amazing topic, and those were basically string formatting, and then dictionary, and then list. We learned the concept of the for loop. We also learned basically how to play around with variables and eventually refactor our code to reduce the number of repetitive statement, right? And then here if we see, we also learned one of the wonderful math function that is called sum function, and how can we use the key value pair of a dictionary to get the sum of prices in our product list, and especially in this format, right? It was an amazing experience. So today, like after the last video, I thought like, let's think more. How can we enhance this program more? And today I thought that right now we would be initializing, right? Like here we are giving the value from our side. See, we are hard, we are giving the hard coded values here to the variable. It's good that we declared the variable, we defined the variable, but we are initializing by giving it right away the value to it, like the company name, company address. Similarly, like we are giving right away the product, their name, their prices, and suppose here we gave only three product and their prices. But have you ever thought, if I don't want to write hard code over here, instead I want some kind of a interaction with the user. So somehow if we can prompt the user in the terminal and they can provide me all of these values. So yes, it is possible. So to go about it, we need to learn a function that is called input function. Okay, that is input function, right? So what does input function do? Whenever we say input and we give the prompt, so prompt is like prompt enter your name, right? This is prompt. Let's run it and see what happens. See, it just give you a prompt and write down exactly what I wrote here in the string, okay, between these braces, and it says enter your name, and then I can write it down, and I hit enter, nothing happened, because see, whatever I got the input, I have to store that as well. So suppose the result of running this code is that I got the value Manish, okay, and I want to store it. So I want to say the name of the variable is name, okay, and I want to store whatever would be the value given through this input function. So I'll say prompt enter your name, and to look much better, I'll say colon and then space, okay, and then eventually whatever I have written, I would say let's print. I'll say hello, and here I'll use that name. So what this will do is that first I'll ask the name from the user in the terminal. Whatever they put it here, it will appear here and it will be printed. Okay, let's run it. See, it asked me enter your name. I say Manish and I hit enter, and here you see it is stored and printed here. So that's the basic concept of input function. Okay, so we can use this input function to get all the values that we hard coded here. So how can we go about it? Exactly like this. Wherever is the variable, so company name. So instead of coding temple incorporation, I'll change it with input company company name. Okay. I'll rather print here directly saying, please provide following information to create receipt. To create your receipt. Okay. And I ask for input company name. Similarly, I'll say here input company street address, and then here input company city, comma state slash province. Okay, and then colon. Similarly here I saved it, and let's clear this and find out if it works or no. So whatever we are going to input over here, right, through terminal, it should be available here, here, and here, and then it should be displayed in the final receipt as well. So let's run it. Amazing. Please provide following information to create a receipt, and then I'll give the company name, say Coding Temple Incorporation, and when I hit enter, see, it asks me value for the another variable. So company street address. So that would be, say, 283 Franklin Street, and hit enter. Again, it asks me company city, state, province. So I'll say Boston, and comma, I'll say MA. This time say Ontario for ON. And if I hit enter, since I do not have any input function anymore, so it should generate the receipt using these three values provided and whatever already hard coded in the code over there. You can see for the product. There you go. See, this time it used whatever I provided here. So that's how I dynamically can create the receipt by getting the input from the user. Okay, that was an easy task. How about if we want the product? That's gonna be a tricky thing. Why? Because it is a dictionary. And how can we get the dictionary? So basically what we are going to do is that we will create the dictionary. So suppose we do not have any items in the dictionary, or I would say right now, I don't know what exactly the person bought and how much money he's going to pay. So I'll simply empty this dictionary. So it means the product, that is a dictionary, is initialized as an empty one. So it is an empty dictionary. It does not have anything. If it does not have anything, and if I print it again, okay, it asks for something. I'll simply say what, oops, I'll write it here, something, 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 and hit enter. See, I did not get anything in the product name and price because the dictionary is empty. But I do need to create this dictionary. How would I go about it? So first, let's understand. We want to create a dictionary, and every dictionary, suppose this is dictionary, every dictionary has key value pair, right? So you can say this is key and this is their value, right? this is key 1, and this is value 1, right? Then comma, and similarly we have, oops, this one, this one, this one. Suppose 2, 3, and 4. So we have 4 key value pairs, or in other words, we bought 4 products, right? We bought 4 products and we got their corresponding prices. Okay, so this is our product 1 and the price is here. Make sense? Now, I already knew that I want to input here, or I want to hard code here 4 products or 4 key values. But whenever I want to ask the user, I'm not sure how many products he wants in the receipt. So my first question, the logical question should be, is that number of product, right? Number of product. So I'll say the first thing I'll ask to create the dictionary is, I'll write the pseudocode, ask number of products you bought or you want to buy. Okay, and to ask that, what we will do is that call it number of product. Okay, number of product, and I'll say input, I'll say how many products did you or would you like to buy? Now here is the one thing, this input can be like, it should be integer, right? Like it should be a number. It should be a number. Like if I ask a number of product and a person input something in a word, then it will not make sense. So we have to be very peculiar about it, and we want to make sure, and we want to guide that it should be a number. Otherwise, it will give error. We will work on how would we validate the error. That we will work in future, but right now I only want an integer. So whatever is the value of this input, I want that to be converted into integers. To do about that, there is an int function. So whatever is the value of that input, that would be converted into int. So that int does what? It generally convert whatever given into an input, sorry, into an integer, right? Okay, so we got the number of products. Next what? So we now know, like probably he need 4 products. Okay, so if he said I want to buy 4 products, that means I need 4 key values. So I have to ask the product name of those 4 products and the product price of those 4 products, right? So I have to ask 4 times. I have to ask 4 times. And since it is a repetitive task, whenever there is a repetitive task, we don't hard code it. And we cannot hard code it saying like input, number of product name, product 1 name, then product 1 price, then input, product 1, product 2, then input. If we keep writing that, How would we be sure before even we know like how many products he is gonna buy or if he's gonna buy? So that's totally depend upon this variable. Okay. So the number of prompt would be dependent on number of product the user will give. So we will run the loop till the number of product given by user. And to go about it, suppose we want to run the loop, right? We want to run loop for 4 times. How can we do about how can we do it? How can we do it, right? So the concept there is range function. So if I say range function, here you can see that whatever value I will put, that would be the stop point, right? There is an option to put a start, then a stop, then how many times we would like to jump. So for example, if I say print range 2, let's see what does it print. It print, oh, obviously it will print range 0 2. It means it started from 0 and it ended at 2. But how about it started from 2 and ended at 10? And if then I print, what does it say? No, 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 no. First, so this range and that whatever value is here, suppose 4, that means is that this range is equivalent to an array. Okay, this is an equivalent to an array that will start from 0, and then the next number would be 1, next number would be 2, next number would be 3. So that's how range will look like. See, it says here range ij produces I plus 1, I plus 2. Okay, so the start is always 0. Okay, so the range 4 produces 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically it's a list of 4 elements. And we know like if we want to run the loop in an array, we can do that. So instead of, so if I can write for item in 0, 1, 2, 3, okay, print item. So what will happen? It will print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But we don't know how many values will come over here. That's totally dependent upon the user. So that's why we use a range function. And suppose, and we already know range 4 is equivalent to list of 4 elements that start from 0 and end at 3. So this is equivalent to for item in 0, 1, 2, 3. This is equivalent, right? So I don't want to write this, rather I want to write this. And the range 4, and if we now print it, it should be same as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's run it. There you go. See, it's the same output. It's the same output. So now we also knew how to run the loop using the range function. Using the range. And now this number 4 should be dynamically. So call it n or number of products, right? And I'll say number of products should be given by user. Enter the number. So it should be given by user. So let's print it. See, it asked me number. So I want 5. So I hit 5. Oops, clear first. Number of products. That's right. Enter the number. Okay. But we want to make sure that it should be integer, right? Because it should be integer. So we want to make sure it should be integer. So I'll define it in advance. So whatever would be the value inserted, it should be converted into integer, and then it will run the range function. Okay. So enter the number. I say 5. Hit enter. There you go. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it worked. It ran for the 5 times. It started from 0 and it ran for 5 times. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want it to start with 0. I rather want it to start with 1. So I'll say item plus 1 because the first time item is stored is number 0 and then treated 0 here. But when I add item plus 1, so the first number would be 0 here plus 1. So that would equal to 1. So the first number would be 1 and the last number would be 5. Let's see if it works. So I'll say 5. Oops, it should be here. I'll say 5. There you go. It starts with 1 and then end with 5. If I say this is product and then this would be number. So let's print it again. I'll say 5. Why did I write there? It should be here 5. And see, product 1, product 2, product 3, product 4, product 5. So this same concept we are going to use. Okay. Now we have number of product and we have converted it into integer as well. Okay. I'm gonna I'll right now just comment it so that it won't ask me again this information. Let's work on this dictionary right now. Okay. You know what? Let's run it here. Okay. So we have an empty dictionary and we want the number of product from the user. Okay, we got it. And then we will run ask the product info from user as well. So for that we will run for, and since this is key value pair, so the first one is name and then price. I already discussed about this in my previous video. So for name, price, in, and here it should be range, and in the range, okay, sorry, it should run 4 times. No, this is not what we are thinking. This should be, sorry. So as I discussed, for item in, or I'll say product in our range. So the range is going to have the number of products. So that many times it will run, and then it will ask for what? Then we want print, or we will ask input, enter the product. I'll say product name, okay, and I'll initialize as name as well. Okay, so the first time it will run, and it will ask for name, it will say enter the product name. The second time it will run and it will ask for the price. So like for the first time it will run, and the next prompt would be enter the product price. And since it is an integer, again but price can be in decimal places. For example, the price is $49.99, so that is not integer. So here there is another function that basically convert it to float. So it will take the float. Okay. Now I also want it to show like the number, like what product number for which it is giving me the name and price. Suppose product 1, and I'll say format, and here will come product. I hope this will make sense. It's not a big deal. I simply want here, suppose enter the product 1 name. Yep. I'll say enter the name of product 1. Similarly, you'll say enter the price of product 1, so that it will be more meaningful. And I will say product, but you know it, like the first time it will take the value 0, as we have seen previously. The range, if it says 5 here, so the first value would be 0. So the value of this product, it would be here 0. Okay, so product is 0, but I don't want it to be product 0. I want it to be +1. So can I write like this? I don't know. Can I add it? Can I add it here? Yep, I hope so it will work, because it says our product is integer, right? So 1 will be added, and that 0 + 1 will come over here in this curly braces. I hope it will work. Okay, up till now, it makes sense that it will ask for input, but now we have to store them in a dictionary as well, and that is the trickiest part. To store in a dictionary, we'll say product. Okay, sorry, it is product, that's our dictionary, and we'll say here it will be a key, that is name, and that name will store the price. So let me explain. What does it do? It is similar to name price, right? If you want to access the value of this key, we always write it like this. Okay, what it does is that it says products whose key is name should have a value of price, this one. Okay, let's take an example. Suppose there is a dictionary. Okay, A, and the value is 1. Another key is B, and the value is 2. So if I want to get the value, so if I write this, you know what would be the, if I write this, you know what would be the result here? It says that dictionary. In this dictionary named dict, I am looking for the value of key, that is A. So the answer would be here 1. Similarly, let's print it. If I print it right now and I comment it, how do I do multiple comment? I don't know. Can I do multiple comment like this? Nope. Let's select this and do multiple comment. Selection. Toggle line comment, toggle block comment. There you go. This is how we make this comment. Okay, now let's run. Okay, now let's run. So see, the answer is 1. So what does it do is that this will be a name of the dictionary, and here we will put the key. So whatever would be the key, okay, this whole expression will give me the value that is stored in this key. Okay. Similarly, if I write this one, what is happening is that first, this product that's right now empty, the name will be coming from here, that will be stored here, and the price will be coming from here, that will be stored here, and that will create the first key value pair. Okay, so let's remove this, let's remove this, let's remove this. Okay, so that's how this will store. Do you want to run? Let's run it. So how many products would you like to buy? I'll say 2 only. Okay, enter the name of the product 1. See, it shows me 1. I'll say books. I hit enter. Enter the price. Say 20. Enter the product name of the product 2. I'll say computer. Enter the price. 40. There you go. Now, here, but I want to print the dictionary so that I know like what happened exactly. So I'll say product. Okay, I want to print the product. Okay, will it work? Or say items, then it will give me the set of the key value pair. So let's run it again. Okay, how many? Let's make it more readable. So I run. Did I put something? How many? I'll say 2. Product name, I'll say books. Price $30. Computer, second product. Price $20. There you go. See, the name like and the price, as I mentioned above, this is how the dictionary was created. So right now what I did is that I created the dictionary dynamically. So in other words, we asked those values of the dictionary from the user, and then using this we created the name and price pair and stored them in the empty dictionary that we initialized here. That was an amazing, right? Isn't it? So if we have understood it, or if you have not understood it, please keep trying on this. and give different kind of an input, and then try to find out what exactly is creating your problem, and comment below in the comment section, and then we will deal with it together. Okay, I think there is nothing to make any changes here, so I'll simply copy paste here. Okay, now do you see that everything here is dynamic? We are not giving any information in the code. We are asking all the information from the customer, and then eventually we are getting the receipt. So would you like to run it? Let's run. Before running, let's again review the code. First, we clear the terminal. Okay. Then we print, please provide following information to create your receipt. Then we declare variable, company name, company address, company city, but together simultaneously we are asking the info for that. So input, 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 and then we ask for information to create the dictionary. So we ask how many products would you like to buy. Then using that, we are going to run that many times, or in other words, we are going to ask that many times the product details that include name and price. Using that name and price, we will store them in a key value pair in the dictionary here, and since it runs for that number of product times, so that number of key value pair will appear here. And using all those information, the further this all of this table would be made. Okay, let's run. Okay, oops, let's run again. Okay, I want to first clear the terminal, save everything. Okay, let's run it. Oh, it's again asking me from the same thing. I rather delete this. Okay, and now run. Perfect. So company name, I'll give Facebook Incorporation. I'll say Incorporation. Then company street address. Where is Facebook? I'll say in Brampton. So it asking for address. So I'll say 150 Commerce Valley Drive West. Then city, I'll say Markham, and this state or province is Ontario. That how many products would you like to buy? I would like to buy 4 products. Okay. Enter the name of the product 1. I'll say books. Price $49.95. Product 2, computers. Price $699. Okay, product 3, monitor. Price $129.66. And enter the name of the product 4. What would you like to buy? I would like to buy ice cream. Ice cream, how much is it? $4. There you go. See, we got all the 4 product details with their price, and this is also dynamically given by us. Thanks for shopping with Facebook Incorporation today, and we made them sell us ice cream too. worth $4, and it worked. Amazing. I know this dictionary concept is a little bit tricky, but let's review the video again and then try your hands, explain yourself how does it work, and you will definitely understand it properly. Now here I would like to add two things, right? I want to add here another section that we'll call it receipt, and I want to add the tax here. I want to, add the tax amount, and then I'll charge the amount over tax. How can I bring that here in? It's very easy. It's just print. So where is the header? Here is the header. So above company detail, I'll say print. Let's give tilde receipt. Okay, same. And then I'll create a section. Okay. And I wanna, and then what else? I want the text, right? So where can I introduce the text? So let's say I would like to know the text as well. No, I don't want to know the text from user. It's the text from company, right? So I'll say text, and that is already fixed, say 0.08. Okay, that's up in percent, so that is 8%. So that's our text, and here we will calculate the tax amount. So the tax amount would be just below the total. So I'll use the same thing, and I'll print tax. The tax would be tax, and that would be total price into tax, right? Whether I'd say tax rate, that should be tax rate, right? That would be tax rate. That would be tax rate. So I multiplied, okay, I multiplied the tax rate with the total price, okay. And finally, oh, and assuming that like the tax is fixed, okay, and it's on total amount, okay. And then finally, I want to print the total after tax. That would be total price plus. Okay, I want to store this information, right? I want to store this information. How do I store this information? So definitely total price is here, okay. So the tax amount would be total price multiply tax rate, right? And then here my total amount after tax would be total price plus tax. So that is tax amount. Simple as that. Do we want to add anything else? How about have the formatting of receipt in the center? It should be in the center, right? So let's use this one. I wanna use this format. So instead of say print, say header, right? Print receipt, but in some amazing formats. I'll say receipt, just say receipt, and I'll define that receipt, hard code it, that receipt is what? Nothing else than this one. Dill, receipt, dill. Okay. So that will come over here. And that will be centralized with a new line on the above and new line in the bottom that will create a space. Okay, let's clear this one. Okay, let's run this. Finally, please provide following information to create a receipt. Company name, Coding Temple Incorporation, company street address 283 Franklin Street, state Boston, MA. How many products? I want to buy 3. Enter the name of product first. Books. I bought books. Okay, I just assume that that's the one book, right? But we can further add like the quantity thing. Okay, but right now I'll say it's $49.94. Then what did I next? Computer. Price is $129.57 suppose. Then we bought monitor. The price is $400.99. And there you go. It created the receipt. Amazing. See, this is our receipt. Did you like it? See, isn't it amazing? This looks good, right? Amazing. Oops. So that's how today we understood some of the amazing concept of taking the user input, creating the code dynamically, and then we understood the concept of how to use a the for loop with a range function to create the entries for the dictionary, and then eventually we learned how to create the text, and this is our final output. I hope you really liked it, and again, we have a great chance of enhancing this program to another level. Definitely, we have reduced the repetitiveness in this whole whole of the coding snippet, and I really like that we have not used anything twice. Probably we might have used, and we are going to reduce that furthermore, but this itself is a good progress. For me, it is definitely. I don't say that I'm on the side where I'm dictating, but I'm learning too, right? With you. I just thought to share with you, like, or I thought, like, why not create together with you? So for me, I'm really happy. I'm pleased to share that I'm happy. I feel energized, and I feel like I have grown within one day of learning. So you can do that too. And so what would be our next challenge? I'll see. Probably I'll come with another project, but we took this one project of creating a receipt program to 3 level, and we keep refactoring our code, clearing our code, making it more clearer, more 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 I would say full of concepts, and also we try to learn different logics, right? That definitely would be needed when we would be actually working and in the job, any position, if you get hired, or if you're doing just for fun, that's another level. Okay, Do let me know in the comment section what else we can do with this whole code snippet, and I'll make sure that I'll reply back, and we'll come up with another video further enhancing this program. And till now, hit the bell icon for notification, subscribe, blah blah. Bye bye, amazing viewers.